My dudes, what's going on? Justice Monument just dropped, so let's get to yapping and start the video. Anyways, let's get into it. Start off, what is Justice? The Justice Monument is a release from today's update that is Cavern 10, because we currently had 1 to 9, and now that 10 is available, it has a brand new bonus. Monument AFK also works for this, just like it works for Bravery. So if you've got the bonuses from summoning, that's a W. The whole premise when it comes to the Justice Monument is you are the judge and you're dealing with a various of new NPCs that have come to IdleOn, hearing their pleas and seeing if you can bribe, trade, or even get things for free, depending on where you are and how far your cases are for your RNG. You have 3 choices. You have approve, reject, and dismiss. Dismiss is a thing that you can use as like a get out of free jail card. You can only use it a set amount of times. Just for us, we can only use once at this moment in time. Now, I don't know what Lava was thinking because we're IdleOn players. We don't know how to read, but for some reason, this is a game mechanic. Make sure that you read each thing as you're running it through, because there's things such as riddles that could benefit you. There's things such as like investments from the big boss man down at LLC, or there could be things such as like bribes that if you give money now, they will double it later. Your royal court case is how far you are into the run. Right next to the course case is the chests. These are known as retirement chests. These are what you get at the end of the run to choose your bonuses. So retirement chests throughout your run are a necessity to get no matter what. Your life bar, also known as mental health. If this reaches 0, then the run is over, and that's when you choose your retirement chest bonuses. I'm taking a guess why he called it mental health is because we're all chronically online. Your royal court coffer is the chest where you keep all your coins, just for more of a cosmetic sake. But coins are your main source of currency. This is where you can do most of your trades and potentially to buy popularity or even get more hearts, or even give money back as an investment in order to get more in return. Popularity is also considered a currency used to trade, so you could pretty much swap coins to get more popularity or more popularity to get more coins. You can also get this with mental hearts as well, so they're kind of intertwining with them all together, but the 2 main currencies are going to be popularity and coins. But at the same time, I don't know if increased popularity actually affects how good your trades are. It is only day 1. Now that you have the idea of what the basics of what Justice Monument is, let's explain of some of the NPCs and the things that I tackled in my own opinion in order to push. The first person we're going to talk about is Fazar Drink. This guy's actually pretty awesome. If you give him money, he makes it so you can't reduce your popularity down to a certain level. The next one we have is our Ohio Skibbity Riz known as Timmy. I'm going to be honest with you, this is -1 for Lava making this an NPC. This makes me want to rip my eyeballs out. Next, we have one of the goats of IdleOn. We got our big boy Grumblo. In exchange for coins, he will give us a free gift. It can be a plethora of things, and it could also be a retirement chest. I would probably suggest spending the money to get this if you can afford it. We have Death, known as the Harbinger. This is the guy that will show up every 5 rounds of one of the variations where you need to pay a set amount of coins in order to keep going, or else he will take a heart from you. In later levels, if you still have your dismiss, you can dismiss him in order for you to save a heart if you don't have enough coins. Another one we have is known as Retirement Jester. This guy will have exchanged for either coins or popularity for you to receive a retirement chest, which is something that we want to prioritize. Our next NPC is known as Mr. Bribe. This guy can exchange coins for potentially getting popularity or exchanging popularity for the chance of getting coins. That's the only 2 things that I've seen so far. Maybe there's a possibility they can give you hearts. I don't know. And then we have a man with the amazing mustache, and for some reason, anything that looks like an IdleOn character with a face is cursed in this game. The head honcho of Big Biz LLC. This man is where mostly the investments are going to be coming from. If you pay him for a set amount of money, later on, he will give you more coins. Now, be careful about this, because going forward, if you don't have enough for the Harbinger, it's going to be a little bit dicey, but if you can hold out, he will pay you back tenfolds. And of course, we have our next NPC, which is the Gamba NPC, also the biggest asshole I've ever met because these odds are so rigged, it's not even funny. Cool bird. He will want to offer you the potential chance of either winning or losing. There's a chance of getting more coins, or he takes coins, getting more popularity or takes popularity, or even getting more mental hearts for the choice of potentially taking hearts. Most of the time I spent losing, but there was a god run that I did have that was oh so sweet. I would suggest to do this at your own discretion, but I'm going to be honest with you, I think it's bullshit, and I don't think it's 50-50. Some of these NPCs, if you accept or reject, they will actually increase popularity or make you lose popularity. So just keep that in mind. For instance, the head honcho, if you accept one of his deals, sure, it's a good investment, but you'll actually end up losing popularity due to it. But that brings us to a boy from World 1 Town. We all love him and know him. We have Scripticus. Scripticus usually will give you a huge popularity bonus for coins. Even if you don't have a lot of coins, it's still just a free way to get popularity. And we have our dashing royal magistry himself, known as Esquire Board Bean. I don't know about you, but there should be just a whole hidden cow level, but with all beans. I think that should happen. I think we should make that happen, because now we have King Bean. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Put Bean in the comment section below. Sometimes this guy will give you a trade, or he will give you a special riddle. Now this riddle, in order to get a free retirement chest, is you need to dismiss him. Don't accept, don't reject, dismiss. Another NPC that's coming up is known as Reanimated Hand. Usually what this guy requires is going to take a heart from you, but return will give you coins. There was another thing he did, but I don't care. I don't read enough. Next we have is the Ghost. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure what he does. I think he just scares people and gives you coins. And finally, we have Good Death, also known as the Grateful Bringer. Instead of him trying to steal coins from you, he'll probably come up and give you a flower and 5 coins in a retirement chest. Now, the bonuses are pretty sweet. You can get things like Artifact Chance, XP for Villagers, Essence, Opals, and even more. By the way, the essence that you get from this is a true multiplier, so it's actually big gains. And that's pretty much the Justice Monument, so you guys can go ahead and rock on your own. But you know what, my dudes? I'm gonna give you the full run that I did. That was an absolute treat god run, so if you have any questions of how to do it, well, you can just watch it and learn from my mistakes and, you know, pretty much get cooking as soon as you reach there, because if you're free to play, well, you're probably not even having it unlocked yet. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Justice Monument, real awesome, real sick. Gonna be honest, I think I like it. Also, limited time shop, get the keychains if you want. Everything else, like and subscribe, do it. You want to, I know you do. But anyways, my dudes, I gotta get back to the yap grind. Stay tuned for the next IdleOn video. Stay safe, happy grinding, and peace out.